Here we go, we need 3s. 1 and a 2. I'm going home. In today's Necron Battle Report, I take on Richard, his Orks, and...
It's only 3 kill rigs. It's coming right up.
Necrons!
Right, we are playing Conversion. We've got 5 objectives. We are playing the Quarters deployment. We're going to be very close together. The mission, Conversion, basically you have to have a Warlord on the table to get your command points, otherwise you have to roll a dice to see if you get one. And then it's 4 points for 1, 8 for 2, and 12 points for more. Then you've got your objective here. If your opponent is holding your objective, you get -1 victory point. If you hold one in no man's land, you get 2 victory points. And you get 4 victory points if you're holding your opponent's objective. So quite interesting in terms of scoring the points. We've got lots of obscuring buildings in the middle. We are playing this WYSIWYG, are we, Rich?
Yeah, it's WYSIWYG.
So basically this here you can shoot through the windows, but on this one you can't. And then what about these flat ones?
They're basically dense.
Dense cover, yeah.
And it's also -1 to move over at -2 to charge, isn't it?
Yeah.
And okay. And again, you've got a bit of dense cover in each
in the corners. Okay, so that is it. Let's have a look at our lists, and we'll start with the Necrons. Right, I am playing the Jack of all trades list once again, but I've got my 3rd tweak to the list, just trying another idea which I had. Effectively, I've taken the Immortals out and 1 unit of Tomb Blades. I've added in another unit of Scorpec Destroyers. We are playing a Nyalic Arks of Omen detachment. Heading up the force is the Silent King, of course. We then have a Catacomb Command Barge with a Gauss weapon underneath, and then he's got the Void Reaper. We've got the Chronomancer, who has the Veil of Darkness relic, and then we have a Technomancer, and the Technomancer has a Canoptic Cloak and the Photonic Subjector Arcana. We then have 2 units of Tomb Blades. These all have Shadow Looms, and we've got 1 Tomb Blade here with a Shield Vein, just because of the points, just how they worked out. Then have 1 unit of Wraiths. We've got 1 Wraith reanimating, because a little bit of damage on him on the journey to Richards. We then have a unit of Destroyers. I have actually dropped 1 Destroyer to make room for the Scorpec. So these Locust Destroyers here, we've got a unit of 5, and then we have 1 Heavy Destroyer in the unit. And then of course 3 units of 6 Scorpec Destroyers. That comes in at 1999 points. I've got 7 CPs left. My secondaries for this game is going to be Treasures of Eons, Ancient Machineries, and as I really struggled with my 3rd secondary down to Richard's list, I'm going to take Grinds Them Down. Let's see how that pans out. So let's have a look now at Richard's Orks. Right, Rich, let's have a look at this nasty Ork list that you've got.
It's a Goff one. I've got my Warlord, which is Beast Boss on Squiggleswall. He's going to have Head Killers, Chopper and Brutal Cunning. Then I've got a 2nd War Boss with the Heroic Stratagem, and he's going to have Ardor's Nails and Relic that gives him a 5-up feel, no pain, B-side Mantle, I believe. So,
okay.
Then I've got a Weird Boy. He's got a Fist of Gork and Warpath. Then I've got Boss Zagstruck. It's a proxy for him.
Yeah.
Then I've got...
He's the one with the rockets on.
Yeah, he's
very fast. Yeah.
He's just a boss.
Yeah. Okay.
So then I've got 10 Gretchen. Then I've got a unit of boys in a truck. And I've got 3 units of Beast Snagger boys in 3 kill rigs.
I hate you, Richard.
Then I've got 3 units of Storm boys. 5 Storm boys. I've got 1 unit proxy in. And I've got 2 units of 5 commandos and a unit of 10. And the Goff Orks are representing the Breacher Ram today.
Yeah, okay. And just for reference, of course, Richard's just play testing for future potential lists. So we've got 2 proxies here. So these 2 are, of course, kill rig proxies. And then over here, we've got the looters proxying as the rocket boys, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that is what I'm up against. So let's get this game going. Right, we have deployed. Richard's secondaries is data retrieve, no prisoners, and green tide. Yep. And he has deployed. We've got 3 units of commandos infiltrating. Just there. The kill rigs, 2 kill rigs there. Lots of rocket boys. We've got the truck there with some boys in. Another kill rig. All 3 kill rigs have beast snaggers in. We've got these horrible guys on their squigosaurs. And yeah, at the back, Richard is obviously covering his ground with some grots, with the weird boy right at the back there. No de-jump in this list though. Right, I have deployed over here. I'm not hiding behind the building at all, of course. We've got the 2 units of Scorpex, the Chronomancer, the King, the Scorpex just here. Over this side we've got the Wraiths, the Technomancer, Toonblades, Command Barge, and over this side we've got more Toonblades and the Destroyers, with the 2 units of Scarabs just slightly at the front. Usually they play a different role at the back, but because Richard has so many mortal wounds coming in, the Scarabs are at the front. Right, that's it. I have decided to get rid of my Necron dice. I've gone back to my really old school dice that I started with back in 3rd edition, because hopefully they'll roll better. So we'll find out how they do. Right, we are ready to roll off for turn 1, yeah?
Yeah.
Here we go. A 5 and a 1.
You go first.
I go first. That's 3 times in a row.
Yeah.
Although I was actually thinking I might be better off going second in this game. But there you go. So here we go. Necrons, turn 1. Right, movement phase. I moved the front unit of Scorpex forward. They've got the 5+ invulnerable save. I moved the Scarabs here. They are within 3 inches of the objective. I've done ancient machineries with the Scarabs. Over here we've got some Scarabs trying to block the path a little. We've got the Toonblades here eyeing up the Commandos. I did consider ancient machineries with these, but I think whilst I've got the opportunity in the middle, go for the middle one. I've got the Locust Destroyers here. We've got some line of sight. I'm trying to probably take out those rocket boys there because they are fast and nasty. We've got the Silent King here eyeing up the kill rig. These guys just standing on the objective. And then over here we've got the Wraiths, Toonblades, Command Barge and Technomancer just over in this corner. I must admit, I don't feel very confident about this game, even though the last 2 times we've played I've done pretty well, very close in points. I don't think it's going to be the same this game, but of course I'm going to try my best, so let's do it for the Necrons.
Necrons!
Okay, all game protocol is the Novok +1 to strength. Turn 1 protocol, Eternal Guardians, Directive 2 of course because I've been moving. So I started shooting over here with the Toonblades, the Command Barge and the Technomancer, and I managed to kill a couple of those guys over there. Should have used Solar Pulse probably on my Toonblades, but I'm going to use it now over here because these Toonblades are shooting at those commandos there. So yeah, we've popped off Solar Pulse, so no cover save. So here we go, so we need 3s. Take out those misses. If I can grab the dice, I'm not used to these baby dice. Right, there we go. And strength 6, so 3s again. Take out the misses. 2, 4, 6, 8. It's 1 less wounds than I had on the other unit, so I had 9 wounds. However, this time I believe it's only a 6+ save, Rich, is that right?
Mm-hmm. The unit's dead.
Unit dead. Right, okay, so that's that shot. We're now going to move to the Silent King. Right, the 2 men here shooting at the kill rig there because we hate kill rigs. Here we go, we need 3s. 1 and a 2. I'm going home. Okay, a command point to reroll. Hits. And we need 3s to wound. A 1.
He's definitely going.
I'm not saying a word. I'm not saying a word. Right, so now we're going to move on to this unit here. Right, here we go. I'm taking no chances now. So these guys here have got My Will Be Done. I'm going to use 2 CPs for reroll of all the wounds.
You don't need to. Measure it, but I'm sure you're within kings or they would get it, wouldn't they? From the king.
No, reroll hits they get.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, reroll hits. Yeah, they got My Will Be Done, which
I thought it was
a +1.
Yeah, it's reroll.
Wounds in close combat.
Oh, it's wounds in close combat.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
That's a shame.
So
trying to save your CP.
Yeah, well, I think it's. I think this is, as in Star Trek, what they call a no-win scenario. So I'm going to shoot this big gun at the kill rig. This guy is shooting at these, just to whittle them down a little bit because it is a big unit of 10, and the rest are shooting at those rocket boys there. Right, so here we go. We need 2s because Mine Will Be Done, and we can re-roll them anyway, so we can re-roll the 1, so the king doesn't really help. So here we go. 2s, re-rolling the 1s. Right, so those all hit. Right, now we're looking to wound. So the big gun, which is the purple dice, is strength 10, so that's going to need a 3. These are strength 6 or toughness 5, yeah, so it's 3s on everything. 3s, re-rolling the misses. Okay, there we go.
So the kill rig gets a save.
Yep. So -4.
No. Do it. Hang on. Yeah, oh, it still doesn't.
Okay, so the damage. 3, 4, 5 wounds.
Mm-hmm.
So it's 3 on the commandos.
Mm-hmm.
And then the rocket boys are just going to die because it's -3 AP.
Mm-hmm.
And you haven't done a war.
Yeah, I wouldn't have done the war until my turn anyway.
Yeah, no, exactly, yeah.
It's whether it's worth doing turn 1 or waiting a turn. That's what I'm going through my head at the moment. So.
Okay, and then the commandos, obviously, there's 3 of those. They get cover save though, yeah? They're -3 AP.
Puts it back up at 6s.
Double 6, not bad. So 1's going to die.
Yeah, take him.
Right, okay, so that is me finished shooting. We're going to move into the assault phase. Okay, assault phase. My score picks have assaulted the commandos there. Richard did throw his bombs that he had, and he managed to get 8 hits and then 4 wounds, but I did save them all because there was no AP. We got into range, and now we're going to assault. Right, score picks are hitting. We have got My Will Be Done, so be hitting on 2s, and of course we're +1 to strength for Novak. So 2s to hit. Take out the 1s. Of course we get to re-roll those. So all in. Okay, so it'll be 3s with my +1 to strength.
That's very good.
The misses. It's not bad. Got a few misses, but not too bad. There we go.
It's what's the minuses?
So -3 on these, -4 on those. So yeah,
2, 4,
those will die straight
6,
away.
8,
2, 4,
9.
6, 8, 10, 12, 13.
Should be unit dead. Yes, unit dead.
Unit dead. Okie dokie, and that does bring me to the end of my turn. Okay, so I scored 3 points for Treasures of Eons. I'm on 2 objectives. I've done Ancient Machineries here for 4 points, and I've killed 3 units for potentially my grinds them down. So Richard needs to kill 3 units to equal it and stop me from getting it. As we move in to turn 1 for the Orks. Right, turn 1 for the Orks. Richard has done a war, which means that he can advance and charge, and he's been doing exactly that. So these boys got out of the truck, advanced mega amounts, are eyeing up my Tomb Blades. These guys over here have just come there with the truck. We've got a kill rig, 2 horrible beast things, some rocket boys here, and then 2 kill rigs over this side of the table with whoever he is, that character.
Boss Sagstruck.
Right. Okay, he's basically the rocket boy character.
Rocket Man.
Yeah, so now we need to weather a turn of lots of psychic powers. Richard says, I haven't got much shooting, which he hasn't, to be fair, but he's got a lot of psychic powers, so yeah, let's get this out of the way. Okay, end of the psychic phase. I managed to deny the squiggly thing, whatever it's called, squiggly curse, on the Locust Destroyers with the King, using the stratagem. However, the frazzle got through on my Scorpic Destroyers, killing 3 Scorpic Destroyers, taking another wound off another one. And then I lost some more wounds from another power over here. So basically, I've ended up with 2 Scorpics after Psychic phase is over. I've got 1 Scarab and 1 wound missing. Over here, the Tomb Blades cannot receive benefits of cover. So that's the end of the Psychic phase. Let's move into the shooting phase. Okay, shooting phase over. I did lose a Tomb Blade. I lost a wound on a Wraith. I lost a Scarab base and a couple of wounds on there. And I lost one of my Scorpic Destroyers. I didn't get any RP back at all. And that's it. We're moving into the assault phase. Right, Richard is in. He's definitely in. So we've got the Rocket Boys who assaulted from behind terrain, so I couldn't overwatch. And then these boys have come into the Tomb Blades as well. They're planned to kill those and tag these. We've got the kill rig of these guys here. I've got the Rocket Boys on these Scarabs and these 2 horrible things on my last Scorpic Destroyer. And then over here I've got the other kill rig in with my Wraiths, plus this guy. And I know this guy is horrible in combat. We'll be back and have a look and see what I've got left. Right, end of a devastating turn 1. I have 1 Wraith left over here on 2 wounds. I lost my Scorpic Destroyer and my Scarabs here. I lost my Scarabs here. I lost my Tomb Blades here, and the Destroyers are locked in combat. I did attack back and I killed 3 boys. So Richard killed 4 units to my 3, so I didn't grind them down. This is not looking very good, let's be honest. Let's move in quickly to Necron's turn 2. Okay, Necron turn 2. Protocol is fall back and shoot. In the movement phase, I did use the Veil of Darkness, teleporting some Scorpic Destroyers over there, just about squeezed in. And then I moved the other Scorpic Destroyer unit there. I advanced the command barge 6 inches directly over here. The Silent King has moved forward, and I've fallen back with this unit on the objective just over there. And then on this side of the table, I fell back with the Wraiths just over there. The Tomb Blades have moved on to the objective, and I've done Ancient Machineries. The Technomancer brought a Wraith back. And that is all of my movement. Of course, I got my living metal. Right, we're going to move on now to the shooting phase. Right, okay, end of the shooting phase. I killed all of these apart from this one guy with the Destroyers. The Heavy Destroyer shot into the kill rig, missed. The Menhir shot into the kill rig and did 6 damage. It's down to 5 wounds now. Over here, the Tomb Blades shot at the Commandos, killed a couple. The Chronomancer shot into the kill rig and did nothing. The Technomancer shot and killed a Commando, so just 1 Commando left. And that's it, we're moving into the assault phase. Right, end of Necron turn 2. The Wraiths over here killed the last Commando. And then the Scorpic Destroyers assaulted the Rocket Boys that were there. And then I had an heroic intervene with this guy. My Scorpex killed all of the Rocket Boys, and then this guy killed 5 of my Scorpic Destroyers, and I didn't get a single RP. Yeah. Over here, the Silent King came into the kill rig, Richard bossing his 5+ invulnerable saves. I did take him down to 3 wounds, but in return he killed my Menhir and I lost a wound on my Silent King. Over this side of the table here, my Scorpex got in after a re-roll. and I did manage to kill all of the grobs. Now this gives me 4 points, and if I'm still there, it's -1 point for Richard. I am on 2 objectives for Treasures of Eons, and my Tomb Blades over there did Ancient Machineries, and that was it. So, interesting times. I don't have much left. Richard had lots left. Let's see what happens. Turn 2 for the Orks. Right, Richard is looking to kill this game off this turn, I think. Just for reference, I did kill 4 units this time for grind them down. So Richard has to kill 4 units to stop me guessing that. As we continue this rather horrible game. You enjoying yourself though, Richard?
Oh, well, I'm loving myself. I'm loving it, mate.
Right, Orc turn 2. Now traditionally, this is the turn 3 scenario, the turn of death. But I think it's coming early for the Necrons. We've got these beast snaggers getting out here with the kill rig here, these beast snaggers on my Chronomancer. We've got this guy here just locked in combat, and then over here we've got some beast snaggers getting out of the truck, and the truck as well approaching my destroyers. So we'll be back soon. Right, end of Orcs turn 2. I survived both the psychic phase and the shooting phase pretty well. And then we went into the assault phase. So I lost everything over here, my Tomb Blades, my Technomancer and my Wraiths. Over here my command barge was assaulted by this guy. I'm down to 3 wounds, and I've got this guy down to 3 wounds in return. The Silent King killed the kill rig, which gave me another grind them down, taking up to 5 units this turn. And then over here I lost a good amount of my destroyers, apart from 2. I killed a couple of boys in return. I lost my Scorpec destroyer in the middle here, and over here I've got 3 Scorpec destroyers left. I've taken this guy down to 3 wounds. However, it does mean that Richard, as well as killing this guy here, the Chronomancer, did kill 5 units as well, denying me my grind it down. We killed 5 units each. That's how much of a bloodbath it was. As we move in to turn 3 for the Necrons. Right, Necron turn 3. I've used the King to use fall back and shoot protocol once again. Got my living metal, and I've fallen back on this objective here. The King has moved up to these boys as the destroyers have fallen back just there. And then over here I've done Ancient Machineries on this objective. It does mean I can't assault, but it is 4 points. I've got 1 CP left, which I'm going to save for -1 to wound over here. Okay, so we're going to do a little bit of shooting, a little bit of assault, and we will be back. Okay, end of turn 3 for the Necrons. I managed to kill almost all of these boys, beast snaggers. There's 1 knob left on 1 wound, as there always is. However, I've got 2 destroyers on the objective, so I did take this objective for Treasures of Eons and 2 points for the secondary section of the mission. I did lose my Scorpec destroyers over there, and I think, did you kill this guy?
Yeah.
Killed that guy, yeah. Yeah. I got 0 grind them down points, so once again I haven't achieved any grind them downs. As we move into turn 3 for the Orcs. Okay, end of turn 3. I'm doing incredibly well. I have the Silent King and 2 destroyers left. Right, yeah, let's quickly finish this game up and have a look at the final score. Right, okay, so I was tabled in Richard's turn 4, although I did do a few good things, but nothing to note. So yeah, we're going to go to the scoreboard, and it's not looking that great for the Necrons, to be fair. I managed to score 25 points on primary to Richard's 45, 22 points for secondaries to Richard's 38 points, so 57 to the Crons and 93 to the Greenskins. Grind them down is definitely didn't work for me that well, even though I killed 3 units turn 1, 5 units turn 2, 0 points. We worked out no prisoners would have probably got me about 8 points, so I think No Prisoners was the one to go for, maybe in the future. Treasures and Ancient Machineries, reasonable score for them. I could have done one more Ancient Machineries actually in turn 4, but I forgot to do it because I was concentrating on killing stuff with guns instead. But yeah, a close game. Thanks for that, Rich. Not a close game, no. I wish it was a close game.
It felt close.
Yeah. Thanks for that, Richard.
No, thank you.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
enjoyable.
But we know what Goffs are, so.
Indeed, yeah, horrible. So I think I'm going to challenge you. Right. Next Saturday is my birthday, and I've got the day off.
Right.
If you're free, we'll play a game, a fluffy game.
A fluffy game.
A fluffy game.
So,
can you do it? That's what I want to know.
So it's going to have to either be probably Space Wolves or Powers and Sons, unless my daughter's got a codex. And
Can you not make a fluffy orc list?
A fluffy orc list.
No.
I'm struggling to see a list that doesn't hurt. I can try.
Well, it'd be nice to play some other armies, so if you can get maybe the wolves out or something, that'd be cool. Excellent. Right, well, I am really looking forward to that. If you want to see what my fluffy Necron list is going to be, then make sure you subscribe. In the meantime, here is a playlist with all of our other battle reports.